This game, the performance in this game, arguably the result, seemed to be just an example of a lot of games this season. The offense just couldn't figure out a way to break through until it was too late. The defense made a couple of silly choices that resulted in goals for the Revs. Would you agree?
Yeah, I don't know. I think summarize the whole season in one game is tough to me at this moment. I can tell you that if we have to analyze only this game, I felt that the first half we were not good on the ball, especially the first part, the first 10, 12 minutes. Then after that, we had a little bit of momentum going forward and creating a couple chances, maybe not as clear as we need, but a couple ideas in the final third. And then, we concede the goal, the penalty. It's a silly play. And then we have to, again, chase the game. And so second half was a little bit better in terms of intention and having a couple chances in the final third, or at least getting into the final third with good numbers. The final touch, the final delivery wasn't probably the best, but we tried, and proud of the effort of the players because they tried to come back, and I think they did in the 1-1. After that, in transition, we conceded a goal, and that almost killed the momentum we had.
Team fails to make the playoffs for the second time in 3 seasons. Why this season did y'all fail to make the postseason, in your opinion?
Well, again, it's hard to me to do a good analysis of the whole season. We always evaluate game by game. After the games, we do a good job at evaluating every game. But when you have to look at the bigger spectrum of 34 games or 33 in this moment, like you have to look at what happened in the entire season, right? And I don't want to tell a lot about those reasons because it might sound today as an excuse. So we will keep that analysis internally a little bit, but now is not the time. Today we are doomed by not making playoffs because we felt we came here with good chances to take 3 points and we didn't. So yeah, that's all I can tell about today.
There was a report during the broadcast that Joseph Martinez, agent, has requested to meet with front office to talk about his future. Do you know anything about that?
No idea.
Does it surprise you?
I don't know. I don't know if it is true, first, and second one is not my role to deal with agents or signings or players or renewals or anything like that. So I think, again, today I can only, if you can imagine my emotions at this moment, we are just thinking in what just happened, and being out of playoffs is a big, big hit for me, for the entire club, and we will have to do better next time.
And I know you get tired of asking this question, but I have to ask this question because he scored. Why didn't Joseph start today?
My decision, again. We coaches, we live and die by our decisions. We have, as you can imagine, way more information throughout the week, the season, on players, and we make decisions based on that, based on what we see day by day in training sessions. At times I can make great decisions, at times I cannot. So we were talking about how good performances we have had in the last 3 games, and no one asked those questions. But today we lose, and I can imagine people is going to ask those questions.
All right, we'll go to Zoom for a few.
Gonzalo, ¿qué tal? Felipe.
Hola, Felipe.
¿Qué tal? I know you said you were proud of the performance, especially in the second half, but there were moments where it just looked like the team wasn't intense enough. And I know that's something that every coach is very aware of. The changes helped, though. The substitutions helped, including Joseph coming on. Why did you consider starting with some of those players at the beginning, or was that a planned substitution, bringing on Mosquera, Joseph, and Rossetto?
I don't know what parts of the game you're talking about when we seemed like not having, a lot of energy, you said, or something like that.
Yeah, there were especially in the second half, the beginning of the second half, before the substitutions were made. The substitutions changed the intensity of the team. So my question is, were those planned substitutions, or did you consider perhaps starting that way?
Yeah, well, we thought about, if you're talking about the first half or the starting lineup, what we tried to have is what we've been doing the last 3 games, having consistency with the lineup. Probably you don't know, but, Dom felt something yesterday in his hamstring. the scan came out clean, but still he has that sensation. So we couldn't risk him and put him in the game. So the logic option was Ronaldo in there. And then, that's how we started the game. Then obviously at halftime, we had a choice to make. If we can make those changes right away, we felt that the team, with the adjustments we tried to do and kind of give them 5-10 minutes to sort it out, it didn't happen, or at least at the level that we wanted, and that's why we made the subs. So yeah, we had a plan in terms of subs. We always have at times, you evaluate or reevaluate the plan at the moment of making the substitutions, and that's what we did. And I felt, yes, the subs were good, all of them. They impact somehow the game, and yeah, we try, and certainly we had a little bit of momentum after the 1-1, with some time to come back and score the second one, but that counter attack after a corner, killed us and killed the momentum of the team.
Can you share some of the information that perhaps the staff sees during the week that would determine certain players not starting? I mean, Joseph played, I think, 58 minutes for Venezuela. I know he had a long trip to come back, but what is some of that info that you have that would determine a player like him not being in the starting lineup, other than consistency?
Well, again, I said before to Doug, I get why you guys ask these type of questions, but no one asked these questions when we were winning. So everybody was talking about how good we were in the last 3 games, and now it seems like it's relevant. So at the end of the day, Felipe, I understand my role, and my job is about winning matches. And when we win, everything is beautiful. When we lose, everything is bad, or my decisions are criticized. And I understand that, and it's not a criticism to you guys as well, because I understand your jobs and I understand my job, and I understand it's part of my job. So no problem there. But again, we make decisions based on many things: tactics, scouting report, fitness levels of the players, way of training, culture of the team, a lot of things that we take in consideration once we make lineups. And again, I'm not perfect. I'm not a machine that is 100% accuracy. And we reflect. What I can tell you is we always reflect on what we could have done better game by game. Part of that is starting lineups, part of that is subs. And I can tell you that in a few days, 1-2 days, we will come back with a good analysis of this game, and we will digest it as coaching staff, and we will stick to the process we have.
Do you think next weekend could be Joseph's last game in Atlanta? I know we asked you before about if you're committed, expecting him back. You mentioned a couple of weeks ago that you weren't there yet. The club wasn't discussing that yet. Is that a real possibility? Should fans be concerned?
Well, I don't know, Felipe. I don't know the answer to that. There are many things in place with me, with many players, with the roster, with everything. The only thing I can tell you is at this moment, I'm very disappointed at not making playoffs. I've really felt before this game that we with real chances of winning this game. I felt that the team was playing very good. I don't know, the international break affect us a little bit on the rhythm. I don't know. I have to reflect on that. I think we had two very good weeks of training where the players did very well. And today we didn't perform at that caliber. That happens. Again, what I cannot complain about my players is giving up. What I cannot complain about my players is not putting the effort, is not trying to make the best. So in that sense, I don't blame the players for this. It's just at times you are sharper in the final third, at times you're not. Today we were not really sharp in the final third, but the effort was there, the fight was there, and that's what I expect for the next game. That's what I expect the last game of the season at home with our people, and we need to play at a high standard because we're Atlanta United.
All right, thanks. We'll cut it there. We'll have a player up next.
Thank you.